Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome back to Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. And for this particular scene, Kumba, going back to traveling around the Sept, has chosen to wander near the Cub cabins to actually check on our new cub that's arrived at the Green. He goes by the male cabin's doors and looks around to see if he sees anything.
Um, as he as he comes into view, he sees a very huge um Samoan dude um sitting on the porch. Um, on that note, while I continue the description, I'm I have to make a daily willpower check.
Hmm?
As per my addiction flaw. I believe it's um I believe it's 8 now, or maybe it's 9 now, I forget. Um I'll go on 9, and if the STs want to correct me they can.
Okay.
Um which which of the discords are we on, my friend?
I believe we should be on Werewolf Dice Roller.
Okay. Um no, I don't think we are. The last scene that I'm seeing having been put there is just a Fiona.
Mhm. Let's see. Then let's try the extra
Sorry,
dice roller.
folks. Oh, was that I don't know if we actually start. Um, well, if you're okay with it, what um, what did you wind up naming the scene, my friend?
Oh, yes. Right now, I just have it as Living Word Darkness. Have not came up with the name. Typically, come up with names after the scene.
Well, the thing is, you want to put it in the dice roller, though.
Okay.
That'll just let everyone know that it's being used.
Alrighty. I said I'm in extra dice roller, and I just put that in.
Okay. Okay, great. So I will roll Joe's 5 dice. Uh, slash R 5. I think I did this correctly. Um, that is a botch.
No,
So,
you had at least one success, so you're all right.
um, no, I believe it's at a diff 9 today because it,
Oh,
because it goes up in difficulty every day. So when you see this big guy though, something is really wrong, and he is sweating. He is so he is leaning heavily against the pole, and you can actually hear him say, "I need a hit, God," and he's looking very much like a frightened animal looking for a place to run.
hmm.
He he is planning on bolting.
uh, Kumbo will move slowly in the direction of this large man and just kind of look at him in concerning matters like, "You okay? Yeah, you need something?"
You wouldn't know where I could get some heroin, would you, man? And he's actually like biting his fingers in like um he's a he's a mess. It's the only way I can describe it. He's a freaking mess.
Mm. Kumba has a bit of shock and confusion on his face, but he says out to him like, "No, it's like, no, man, I don't have any. I don't know where we can get any heroin. Here." Like, uh, he goes into his bag and he pulls out a an apple, and he goes, "I need you to stay right there for me, all right? I'll be right back."
Okay. I'm gonna do the next willpower at a slightly lower difficulty because he is being addressed by Araya. Um, and in spite of everything, he wants to do right by everybody. So I will do this at a diff 8. And I did that backwards. In slash R, not R slash. Slash R, um, 5, E, 10. Okay. Um, so he very shakily takes the apple from you and just says in a very scared and very sick voice, "Okay, Raya," and he just nom on the apple like a almost like a crazy person. Just trying to get something, anything, and other than this deep seated um lust for heroin.
Kumba will quickly go into the cub cabins and he'll grab a blanket and he'll grab a bowl and fill it up with cold water and it has a towel nearby and comes out with that. Then goes, "You feeling hot? You feeling cold?" Okay.
Everything's on fire, Raya.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. And he puts the towel with the cold water in the bowl and puts it and soaks it and begins to wring it out slowly. And he puts it over. He kind of starts. He gets closer to him and is like, "It's alright if I touch you."
You're the Raya. Oh shit! There's something I'm supposed to do.
No,
Um,
I don't have anything to do for you. The den mother does, might have, and he'll begin kind of slowly dabbing him and see how he responds with the cold towel.
he he just kind of like you can see his eyes kind of dilate up at like big small, and like you can see him trying to like calm down as much as he can, and you can see tears forming at the corners of his eyes. I'm so fucking pathetic.
No, it's like no, no. Right now, you're just. Let's just go with sick. So the best thing we can do is try to make sure you get better.
Suffer not the nation to tend thy sickness, right?
Hmm.
Isn't that the way it goes?
Uh, Possibly, but I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm more worried about you. Yeah. Now, how long have you? How long has it been since you had your last hit?
Well, 3 4 days. I don't know.
Hmm. And did the den mother give you anything to help compensate for this?
Not yet. Although I did give her a suggestion. I don't know if she's had time to really look into it yet.
Hmm. So,
And he's just wringing his hands and like rocking slowly back and forth. You sure you wouldn't know somebody, Raya? Anybody?
so sorry, Cap. I don't typically mess around with anything like that. I can't help you. I can be here. I can be here to make sure you get through this and make sure you get something to eat and you're comfortable.
You're you're a good person, Raya.
I try to be. But you want another apple? I got more in my bag.
That'd be nice, thanks.
And he'll go into his bag and pull out another apple.
And Joe accepts it gratefully. Um, After a few moments, he just kind of looks at you without actually looking at you. He kind of tilts his head while keeping the towel on him and says, in a very sad and very ashamed voice, "I remembered what it was I was supposed to do, Raya. Oh yeah, and for the record, he's speaking in a very pronounced Hawaiian accent. I'm just I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um um and and he says with his neck ex, ex, exposed to you, I'm I'm Joe Summers, born under the half moon and on two legs. I'm a I'm a cub of the nation.
It's good to meet you today, Joe. Um, I'm Cooper Connell, Monar, the urge, clear to the nation, born on two legs.
I've I've heard good things about you, Ryan. It's an honor to meet you.
Goomba will actually have a somewhat surprised look on his face, like, yeah, well, that's new. Well, I don't normally hear a lot of good things about me these days.
You you from what I gather, you're an interesting character.
That sounds more about what typical people say about me.
Would you mind, Ryan, if I ask you a few questions? It might keep my mind off of the pain.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he says as he like twitches heavily and like does the whole like spasm and all sorts of stuff. Like would you please tell me a little bit about your tribe? I'm still trying to learn about all of them.
Oh, the Bonars? Uh,
Please.
yeah, I can tell you about us. Yeah. Well, in comparison to the other tribes, the Bonars are, let's say, the least respected, mainly due to our methods and our, let's just say, our lack of, well, some would say purity. I would say our lack of, I guess we'd say, concern of traditions in certain cases. We're numerous, but we're weak in certain cases. Our kind is notorious for presenting menace due to our behaviors. Now, in comparison to the other tribes, we also are a bit more united compared to most.
Well, unity's always a good thing. I was just doing some homework for my dead parents, and that does seem to be a very important subject.
It is. I can say that to a lot of points, I don't feel like Magari are united as strongly as we should be. But it gets better and worse every day. But
Hmm.
the
And,
bonus, yes.
and the and as he's listening to you once again, he eats the apple kind of like a and it's almost like he's trying to suck any amount of juice or possibly imaginary heroin he can out of the thing.
The, the Bonars, we typically reside deeper into the city. We're definitely, in comparison to all Garbaru except for possibly the Glasswalkers, we are the most in touch with the Hamids in the city. Our our totem is that of Rat. Do you know who Rat is?
Um, I'm not trying to be impertinent, Raya, but solely by putting two and two together, I would imagine anyway that that rat would be the possibly the male counterpart to our Sims totem, great white mouse.
In some cases, rat has been referred by some as mother rat, though I've heard some people refer to rat differently. I was raised under the idea that we're under mother rat's brood. I feel great white mouse is something a bit different compared to rat, but very close.
Oh, okay. So being maybe like uh, if you were to compare it to say the ancient Greeks, and how they had a whole pantheon. He or she may be another part of the uh, and Joe thinks the pantheon of the mice and the rats, for example.
Yeah, that's one way you can interpret it. So you're knowledgeable. That's good.
I I just I just like to think and try to make sense of things. I hope I can be a good philodox someday.
So as long as you keep your mind sharp and keep your eyes open, I'm very sure that you can be a great field ox.
I I like that very much. Uh, if regarding something you said before, um, I have learned a bit about the glass walkers um, already, but where would you say your your tribes differ? Uh, After all, I do see some similarities in your explanation, anyway.
Ah, me, our Bonars versus the Glasswalkers. Bonars aren't as in touch with the Weaver as the Glasswalkers are. Their totem is cockroach, which similar in the brutish aspect, but a bit more, let's say, hmm, wouldn't
Okay.
necessarily say smarter, but probably a bit more organized.
Oh, that's interesting.
There is Felix and my packmate Teresa. They're glasswalkers. I feel that if you would like a stronger explanation of their tribe, you should speak to them.
Oh, I'm I like I I like Felix Raya very much. As as far as Tr- Teresa Raya, I've I wanted to meet her. Felix Raya suggested I speak to her. It's just I've never been able to see her since I got here.
Well, I'll try to make sure that she'll talk to you as soon as I can, as soon as she's available.
I I like that very much. I was gonna ask her to ask her to maybe help me learn how to use a gun or 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 something.
She's good at that, so I think it'll be a good lesson for you. Not a lot of us Guru typically try to use firearms.
Or some other equivalent something. W- Would you mind helping me with something, Raya? I'd be happy to owe you a favor in the near future, if you'd like.
No, you don't owe me anything, Cub. What you need?
Well, um, um, you mentioned you were um, um, oh, I'm a Philodox. You're not a Philodox. You're a, you're a Theurge, right?
Yeah.
Um, would you be able to help me maybe get in touch with my ancestors or help me figure out where I fit in this whole the nation within a nation thing?
I can. I haven't really summoned ancestral spirits, but this would be a good moment for us to try.
Um, out of character moment. Um, according to what my understanding is, if you wanted to let one of the STs or Duncan know that we've done this, he will give us the information.
Okay, okay. Then I'll make sure to blue book that, or at least in contact them about that.
Okay, I I really appreciate that, Ryan. I'm I think it might help me understand things a bit more.
I think it. I think it can be very useful to understand where you come from. Now, so, is there any other more questions you need? How are you feeling? You still feel like hungry? You may need to take some time and actually give you a proper meal. Apples won't sate your appetite forever.
Um, if if you could um if you could please notify um the only thing I can think of, Ryan, is um I can't guarantee that my addiction won't get the better of me. Would you mind staying with me until one of my dead parents come back? I don't I don't wanna cause trouble, but I don't trust myself right now.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Thank you so much, Ryan. We have some fruit juice in the fridge if you'd like some.
No, I'm alright, but thank you. He Kumbo will go into his bag and bring out an unmarked brown bottle. He goes, "It's a candy cider that my family makes on their farm."
That's awesome. Maybe when I'm feeling better, uh, I'll ask you if I could try some.
And he actually hands the bottle over to him. It's this one's non-alcoholic, so you should be alright.
And Joe will very tentatively and very gratefully accept it and take a sip.
It is a sweet cherry candy apple cider.
This is so awesome. We don't have anything like this in Hawaii.
I'm sure you guys have all types of least tropical fruits that taste just as good as this.
Oh yeah, but this is really good. and he, with a very shaking hands, he puts the lid back in and hands it to you. Thank you, Raya.
You're welcome.
If you if you decide you'd like something in return for helping me find out a bit more about my heritage, you can always ask me.
I'll keep in mind, but I shouldn't have anything I need to ask for you, Cub. So let's just make sure that you keep yourself sated for the moment until Bin Mother comes back.
Or or the dead father, of course. He'll, he'll most likely be very upset with me.
They may be upset, but the main thing is you learn from this and you continue on your road to recovery.
Well, you you stopped me from doing something very bad. I will I will remember this. Be assured. I I don't I don't forget easy.
And Kumba just kind of softly smiles. So, you're from Hawaii. I've never been down there.
It's a nice place overall. My foster family is very wonderful, and they exude the Hawaiian culture very well. Um, Not everyone is so cool though,
Hmm.
and his eyes go dark, like 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 my bio family.
Hmm. I'm sorry to hear that.
You and me both, Raya. I can't guarantee I wouldn't hurt them if I saw them again.
Well, it's well, hopefully in your time here you'll be able to move past that pain.
Uh, I've met some I've met some pretty cool guru, so I figure I've got some hope left. I'm
Hmm.
I was meaning to ask you something you said earlier in the beginning kind of intrigued me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You said that the weren't as respected as the other tribes, and yet when I think about it, everyone on set loves Mother Larissa, and she's a Monar, right?
That is true, but Mother Russia has done great things for the nation to get the respect that she has now. But I wouldn't doubt if she was a Silver Fang or a Good Fenris that she'd probably have a bit more clout on her if she wasn't if she was.
Uh,
It's not saying that the Bonars don't get any respect, but we have to try harder than this.
oh, well, um, I'm not sure if this is technically allowed or not. I don't know how it works, but if you don't mind my current state or whatever you call this, uh, I'd be I'd be happy to be your friend Raya if you were interested in a new friend.
Again, Kumba smiles. Like, I have nothing against gaining more friends, so I very much like that. Thank you.
Hmm. Joe Joe smiles, though he's very much in pain, obviously, but it's a it's a very genuine smile. Um, is there anything else you wanted to do?
Mm, not right now, Joe. I'm gonna stick around and make sure that you're okay until the den mother or the den father arrives.
Awesome. I I think I might try to get some sleep.
All right.
You're you're more than welcome to hang out in the cabin if you want.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Thanks, Raya.
You're very much welcome, Joe.
And Joe will kind of walk with you into the cabin. And one thing before we end the scene, assuming someone else doesn't jump in right away, um, when Joe goes to lay down, he literally puts himself in as close to the fetal position as he can, and he just starts to um, sort of rock back and forth on his mattress.
Mhm. A a sad kind of look goes on Kuma's face, seeing a person in this kind of condition. But he pulls out a chair and sits parallel to Joe and simply waits and watches. And with that, we will end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Have a good morning, evening, or night.